Namuwongo is situated in the southeastern corner of Kampala district in Uganda, with tens of thousands living in shelters made from local debris. Sanitation, child labor, neglection and poverty are among the major issues affecting this community. In Need Home, as a well-wisher, has come out to render a helping hand to people and children of Namuwongo suburb, as Miss Annie Ngongambwenje narrates to us.
I am the founder of In Need Home. I founded In Need Home on 19th March 2003, and next Friday In Need Home will be 18 years old. We operate in the district of Kampala. I started In Need Home after realizing that the children and women in the slums are totally forgotten, literally condemned and imprisoned. But I started it using some friends, some relatives that I could reach. Can you give me some food for children? When I started it, we would feed children at 1 o'clock and give a toilet. In Namuwongo, a toilet is quite a big issue. Even those that can give food, one meal, may not give it, and many don't give it because a child will go to the toilet. A toilet equally in Namuwongo is taken to be expensive. It is 200 to 300. And a family is an average of 7 people. That would be like 1,400 if you go there once. And that's almost a meal for a household of Namuwongo. So when I started, I was providing a toilet and food. They would come at 1, go play, go to the toilet and go home at 5. Someone gave me breakfast, and between breakfast and lunch, they would be idle. Hence the beginning of education, which program the executive director will be explaining to you. But the reason it started was just like that. The children in Namuwongo, you will be going down to see what it means, what a slum means. People in the slum are totally poor, deserted, and have no hope. And anyone who comes there to give them hope is great. I started with, here when I started, I started by taking 70% girls and 30% boys, because girls are more at risk. You will realize that down there, the rapes for girls, abuse for 6-year child of down there it's normal. It's normal for them. So we try to bring them here, which is a safe place for them. And hence 70% girls, 30% boys. I'm happy because in Need Home, about 2,000 children have passed through here. Come and go. Some have finished tailoring, catering, welding, and that's where we are. Our future program, mainly my dream before I leave this compound, is to have a skills center for the children that cannot make it academically, and there are many. Given their situation, they can't make it up. But they are very good at skills. And I believe that one day I will complete the skills center where we are right now. The children don't normally come when they are sure of their age. So, but for us, we start 6 years old But we realize that in like right now we have someone in P6 who is 16 years old. If we had a skills center, he would be doing skills. But it's quite expensive for us when we take them to other institutions for skilling. And therefore, we would love to have our skills center here. We still have so many children. Down there, we are just a drop in the ocean. There are so many children that are out of school. They are not in school, they are there. And right now, during COVID, some of the girls have got pregnant. We still need to consider how to help them even after giving birth. And that is in Need Home. That is what we do in Namuwongo. That is our plan. That is our dream. That is my joy. My happiest moments is when a child comes here and I see he, after food, he's smiling, he's laughing. When they come here, incidentally, you can think their happiness is books. No, it's all about food. After they have eaten, we are not a feeding program, but it comes in as one of our programs. We give them education. We have those who are in boarding schools because while they are all having problems, but there are those who are worse. For example, we have a girl, market day is Tuesday in Namuwongo, but every Tuesday she was being abused by a neighbor because the mom would be selling her drink, warage, to some customers, and she was being abused. So the only way to give her security was to give her a boarding school. Hence, we have children in day school, we have children in boarding schools. Even boys and girls have been abused equally the same.
Due to the increasing population in Namuwongo, one may ask how, why and where do all these people come from? Yet each individual has a story to tell.
Natandika okujja wano nali mbeera Mukono, nalina ennyumba, omusajja n'afa, ab'effamire ne bagitwala, nensigala awo bwenti n'abaana. Nina abaana 6, nze abalabirira, nze maama, nze taata. Sina buyambi nti oba ani ampa oba ki. Nwe nategeerera nti ndi mulwadde naye simanyi nti oba ndi mulwadde. N'omwana omu nga mulwadde. Kati nali sirina bwenzirukira wonna. Waliwo awo omukyala we nali mbeera, nga mbeera naye, nga bwe ngenda nenkola nentunda amenvu okulabirira abaana. Bwe nafunira n'ekitongole kino ekya Need Home ekintwalirako oyo omwana. Mu bulumi, mu buzibu, ekyokulya, era nembeerako awo emabegako awo mbadde nga ndi bubi nnyo. Neewola ssente mu looni nga landiroodi angoba ng'aleese n'erosi enfulumye. Nga kati ndagewa ewaffe wala, sirina ssente. Olaba ekyokulya we kibula, ate ekinantwala mu kyalo we naakifunira nenzigyayo 60,000. Landiroodi ne muwaako 40,000. Muwe 40,000 ezaasigalawo. Nina omwana asinya 4 ate baagala ssente. Mu butuufu nasigazaawoko oba 60,000 egiringa eginyamba okukola. Keeko akadaala akali awo, tekuli bintu, kwe kuli okulya buli kimu kyonna wentunuulidde. Nalaba zinnemye nenziruka neŋŋambako ne dayirekita Ankomaiko nnyonyolamu ne mugamba nze kimpitiriddeko nkole ntya. Nannenya nange lwaki wagendayo ne mubuulira buli kimu. Owulira ng'otendewaliddwa. Natuuka ekiseera nempulira nga njagala netteebeewo. Naye nentunuulira muto neŋŋamba kati naani agenda omulabirira. Okukola njagala naye ntandika kapita busi. nesosola mulimu toba mulimu gweganye nedda eyo embeera yomesa ennyumba okulya byonna kale byenkaluubiza.
Nali nagula akayumba eri gye bayita mu Dekabusa. Kati State Council yajja ebiseera mwezi ogwo gwali gwa 7 yali 2 oba 14 nejja etumenya ffenna. Kati bwe tumenya nabundabunda aw'okudda. Kuno kwaliko omukyala mukadde bambi yafa. Yansanga nsula wali ku mwala mu kayumba nga kali ku mwala ka bibaawo. Ng'aliwo omukyala ate yantaddemu nga ngambye kuwummulirawo paka lw'onoononya w'olaga. Mukadde oyo bambi yafa. Abadde asula mu manju eyo. Ye yanzija mu kayumba wali nandeeta emmanju awo. Kati bwandeeta emmanju awo ng'omwami ono wali wano Wasekiriko. Mu nju temuli asulamu. Ate tatera kubeerawo. Lusi bamuwa transfer. N'agamba omukadde nti omukyalo oyo n'abaana be nga bwe batalina we babeera. Mumpe ajja ansulirenga mu nju. Era nandeeta n'abaana bange 3 era nga nze mbalabirira. Naye bwe batuuka nga tebyatuuse Mpittu, Need Home yajja n'enkwatirako ku Mutebi n'emuntwalira era yemulabirira paka n'okutuusa kati. Era Need Home enyimirizaawo okusinziira ku mbeera gye mbaddemu era nga nabeeyanjulirako nti ndi mulwadde nalwala sukaali. Era ekiseera kyatuuka ne bampita ne bampaayoko ku ka bizinensi ka ssente ntandika bizinensi. Bampaayo emitwalo 10 ntandika bizinensi yange wano. Nali nayiga ekyalaani kyange mu mutwe naye nga capital sirina. Kati kino kikolanga veve ya wansi, kino kikolanga ekya waggulu, kino kikolanga ekya wakati ne kakola skirt. Kati skirt eyo ngitwala mu wino olusi ngenda ku kkubo nenzitunda ku kkubo mu bana abakeera ennyo saa 11 ne bajja ne bansuubulako buli kasikati nkasuubuza ennusu 10. Kale nenyimirirawo bwe ntyo ekiba kiganyi kyonna nenzirukira ku Need Home. Mutebitatuulangako waka era ne baba mugobye wali nti kino namugamba kino kiganyi kye baŋŋaana okutuuza ku Need Home. Nenziruka ne mbagamba ne baŋŋamba mugamba ddeyo ku ssomero.
Amanya gange nze Kadija Bazaale Njingo. Kati ekyaleka ninkwatagana ne bama Mike Need Home Goreti ne Mike. Goreti yajja ng'anyoonya abaana abatasoma. Yansanga eri nga nsiika muwogo. Baasi awo nange nimanyagana nabo ntukwatagana ne bampa ki obukulu bw'okunyonya abaana abatasoma abalimu ne basiba bataayataayaya. Kati nafunayo muwala omu nimutwalira mwami Mike namuwandiika. Ninfunayo ne Kabutali naye namutwala namuwandiika. Okukwatagana nabo bwentyo. Nakati mu korona muno batulabiridde munnyo kiyitiridde. Kyekyusa endala etulumye mujje muno n'obuwunga. Kunywa amajaani gatalimu sukaali mujje muno n'esukaali. Kugamba tukwatagana nabo bwetyo kati bwe batuyimirizaawo. Kati nange sente bwange bampeereza nenyawulako niyungulako ku manda ndeka okubeererawo. Ntandika okutunda amanda nesobola kaakati ntunda amanda.
At Need Home, we have a criteria of selecting the children that benefit from Sandro Babadoro sponsorship program. We follow 4 factors which are very critical in selecting our children. The first factor, we look at a child who is HIV positive and living in terrible conditions of lacking basic needs. Then the second one, we follow the children who are out of school due to abject poverty. And the third one, we select children who are disabled. And the fourth one, we select children who are orphans, but again, apart from being orphans, living in total poverty, because we have some families whereby some parents are not even able to pay school fees. They are struggling to make them feed. Therefore, those are the children we assess, and then we work with the community structures, because in each and every zone we have what we call the community volunteers, like Khadija Bazaranjingo of Go Down. We have every zone where we are in Kibuli slum and in Namuwongo slum, every zone has a coordinator, and they are the grassroots people who look for those children and then bring them to us and recommend, and we enroll them for the sponsorship program.
Amanya gange nze Namaganda Betty. Natandika n'enidi omwo okuva mu mwaka gwa 2021. Nali nga ndina mwandu, nalina abaana nga kale nina mwandu, nina abange ate nga nina nebenyamba ababanyinaza abafa. Nentandika n'abaana 27. Nidi home nenyambako abaana 6. Abaana abo nga bagenda nga bwe bafulumako kale abakula nga bajema okusoma. Kati awo ne batuyambako, ne batekawo omukulu n'atuteerawo ekibiina ekyokwesonda, ekyokwegatta. Ne tutandika okusevinga nga wetufunayo, nga afunayo kasente ne batuwa. Ne bampayo $20 nenteeka mu bizinensi, era bizinensi kati era gye nkyalimu. Ndikola, bansanga sirina kenina, ne banyambako kale ne kuzimba ennyumba nenfuna g'ensula. Nenkola bizinensi nfumba mmere enyamba, oluusi era nabo we bafunayo ku mmere ne batuwa, ne tulya. Wano twagezaako okusima tooyi ne tulema. Engeri amazzi bwe gaali gajja, amazzi nga gajja ne gajijjula, oluusi ne gayalala mu nnyumba. Kati tugenda eyo ku luguudo, waliwo toilet ez'okusasulira. Kale abaana nsasulirayo abaana $1,000 ne baba nga bagenda, nange nga ngenda.
Amanya gange bampita Kyabita Sandra. Emyaka gyange nina emyaka 15. Nsomera ku Parents Hope School. Bainidi home be bampeeredde. Nebaza bainidi home abampeeredde okutuuka wano okuva mu P1 up to P6. Kati singa si bainidi home sankasomye.
Somera ku Parents Hope. Ndi mu P6 class. Need home yampeerera okuva mu P1 paka kati ndi mu P6. Nebaza nnyo aba need home kuba singa sikumpeerera, kuba kati abaana abamu eno bafuna dde embuto, osanga nange singa ndi mu eyo group. Naye obeera ku ssomero weewala ebintu ebimu. Mbeebaza nnyo.
My name is Tumwesje Michael, and I'm the Executive Director for In Need Home. And In Need Home is an organization that is meant for the general being of children, especially children who live in slums. As it has been in existence for the last 18 years, we have been basically dedicated to ensure that a child and his household in the slum live a very good and dignified life. These children from slums, they live in situations which are very complicated. They are grossly denied their human rights. Most of them are out of school, they eat one meal, they don't have enough facilities, they are circumstantially denied a lot of basic needs. So what we do at In Need Home is that we get these children who are undergoing suffering in the slums and we empower them through education. We run an education sponsorship program which is named Sandra Babadoro Children Sponsorship Program, and we partner with different schools like St. Henry's in Muyenga Primary School, we have Parents Hope, we have schools in Mukono like Smart Primary School, we have school like Pope John Paul High School in Ruwero, where most of our children go. And we do the skilling, and in this skilling, we always aim at seeing a child who comes out from a vocational skill and is able to do something to support his family. Most of them do tailoring, catering, and we've been partnering with the Zambia Vocational School Institute, a school which is called Centenary Vocational Institute in Zambia, which is located at Yes Center. So apart from education also, we say that a child becomes a gateway to enter into an entire household, and we economically empower this household to ensure that the household is able to provide for the vulnerable child to have the basics. Therefore, we mobilize them and we make village savings and loans associations. Like so far, we have 90 households that have been enrolled in this village savings and loans association. They are able to access small loans to start up income generating activities. We have a special component of child protection. A child in the slums seems to have been forgotten quite often in the planning, and we have identified that these children are at a very, very high risk, because most of them, when we recruit them, we found out that out of 30 children every year we recruit directly from slums, 26 children come and tell you that they have been sexually harassed, have been abused sexually. And again also there is a very big challenge that there is a general lack of recovery mechanisms for most of the survivors of sexual abuse. Therefore, at In Need Home, we look at ensuring that a child is safe in the slums. We work with community coordinators who are like the vigilante people, the committee that moves around and is in touch with the communities to actually identify the gaps and risks for the children to be abused sexually, physically or psychologically, and then they always report to In Need Home, and we start handling such cases, and where necessary we do referrals. We partner with the police, especially Kisugu Police Station, whereby they have been very helpful in following up certain cases of sexual violence, and we want to thank them. Then in addition to that, we've come up with the children clubs that help out in issues of child abuse, and they counsel peer-to-peer such that a girl is more conversant that with the situations or risks associated with the abuse. But again, in all projects that we do at In Need Home, all the programs and projects that we do in Need Home, we have a challenge of financing. And therefore, that's why we came up with what we call self-sustainability sustainability projects, whereby we engage the beneficiaries, the women, the guardians, the parents of the children, and then the children themselves, and we produce snacks. These snacks are sold on market, especially to capital shoppers, which has been very helpful to us. And then the money raised, all the proceeds from the project is used for paying school fees for these children, because we struggle with resources to sustain these children in school.
As part of the organization's projects, they embarked on a project to start up a social enterprise. We are producing hard corns, spiced and plain. We are producing spiced groundnuts. We are producing dizzy crisps. We are producing gonja crisps as value added on 2 bananas. We are also producing hard corns and groundnuts mixed in tins. And this is our brand name, Crunchies, as you can see. So those are the various products we are meant to produce, and they are what is meant to bring some source of capital to put the children in school.